Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Right. Where are we? Right. Saturday. We all know. Usually it's a game, but nothing's been done. That's where it's. That's the summing total. That's the whole. That's the truth. That's the truth. Nothing's been made up for the game. Everything's been packed away, as in the stuff that everybody has won. So it's not going to disappear. I'm not here to, as in, to take to confuse people or to bamboozle people or whatever. It's the way the game gets done is the way it stays, and the people that come into it are still into it. Hi, David. I'm hoping a certain person turns up tonight because I had a strange email that I haven't. Well, I wouldn't say it was strange. It just out the blue, and when it came out the blue, I didn't expect it. And when I get sent the certain article or the certain thing, I end up was basically nearly in tears, but it wasn't sad tears. It was happy tears. So I'm hoping that person turns up tonight because I'd rather he explain it better than I can explain it. And I'm hoping that person turns up tonight. And that's why I'm doing the live stream tonight. As in, I know we usually do the game. Everybody's going to get their stuff eventually. They'll get their stuff eventually. It's just going to take time because there's a mountain of it. As in, and there's only a certain amount of money in the pot or whatever. I'm not expecting anybody to put money into the pot. That's totally up to them, as I said. As in, if we want to help, that's fine. Help, because there's like there's about 100 odd pound in the PayPal account that's not even been touched. I've tried not. When you get into your PayPal, it'll say you have funds, so you can use the funds as in for things that you might want to buy or things that you think maybe as in that you would like to spend it on. And what you've got to do is you've got to change it from PayPal balance to credit card balance. So I've had to keep chopping and changing it as in so that I don't use that money because I don't like using people's money that they've given. Donations that's given, I do not like to spend them unless it's going on things that are for the channel, as in like coins or it's supplies or it's money for shipping, as in for to ship parcels out, because that was what it was made for. It was made for so that you get your goods, as in if I'm giving away stuff or whatever else, you're not paying for the coins, as in it's totally up to you where you want to put money into the shipping pot fund, or if you don't, that's fine. I'll find other ways. It's no problem. I'm one of these people that I'm honest about the truth. I don't hide away and say, and then come up with an excuse of why I haven't done something. If I've not done something, I'll say, I haven't done that, didn't get to it this week. Maybe I'll get to it the following week. It just happened to be that we've decided that it was a lot better to wait until it was a wallet or whatever else. I asked people and said, if you want your stuff, email me and say, I would like it now. If you don't want it now and you want me to hold it back, it's totally up to you. Say to me, hold it for me, and I'll hold it here. But I need your name and when I go to send it, I need your name and address. I need you to send an email with your channel name and also your name and address, your proper name and address, so that I can then send it to you as in as recorded delivery, or as in because the UK ones will go as recorded delivery, as in second class or first class recorded. The ones for the USA ones or the Australian ones will go as in as recorded or shipped, tracked with tracking details, so that you know that I have sent. That is my way of proving, of evidence to prove that I did send it. If it gets lost in post, that is not my fault, because that is out of my control. I can only hope that you get it. That's all. But I didn't want people, as in if I was selling it to them and then end up, I would then have to give them their money back. This way, as in it's like you're only paying for the shipping, so you're only losing in your shipping money. And I'm one of these people that if you turn around and say to me, by the way, Alec, I didn't get my... the right person's thing me appeared. You beauty. That's the man that I wanted to thing me. Oh, it was backstage. Oh, hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he comes back. I did see there, buddy. You were there. I was ready to press the button for you to come up and panel, and it shut off. I'm waiting for Hangme. I'm waiting for Hi-Ho. I'm waiting for Hi-Ho Silver coming. I did let him know that Hangme, that I was inviting him, and said in an email and told him what time about, but I wasn't sure. He says, I can't go on my big. He says, I can't go on my big computer. I can't go on my big computer. That's totally fine. Totally fine. I knew Hi-Ho would turn up, but I would rather Hi-Ho explain it better than I can. That's what I was hoping for. That's why I didn't want to do the wheel as in and end up start colliding and whatever else, because I see Hi-Ho's there and he's trying to get on, but he's having issues.
Hello.
How you doing, Hi-Ho?
Yeah, good. I'm doing good.
Right. What I want to talk about is why you started doing the designs or the whatever, or the art stuff, and how you find Redbubble. I have actually, Hi-Ho, I have actually listed it in the link on my channel. It's added to that, so you have got it. It's connected from the design you made or the link you gave me, and it's connected to the bottom of the channel. But I want you to explain to them so that they understand it better. That's why I emailed you and said maybe it's better you explain it so that they know, because they haven't seen the new design. I haven't told them about the new design because you only just sent it. Because I was overwhelmed when you sent it. I was like, that's the one. That's the kiddie I wanted. That's exactly how I wanted it.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
I know, but what I want to do is I want you to explain from start to beginning when you started Redbubble and why you started it and that.
Well, it's just a side hustle. It was just trying to like it was like I'm not really into YouTube now. I'm not really like trying to become a big YouTube channel or anything. It was just to make extra money, to make passive income.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit disappointing. It's not like I thought it was. It's a lot of hard work, and it's starting to build up a bit now. But yeah, it doesn't make much money.
It's the fact you try to get yourself out there, Hi-Ho. Try to get yourself established. It's like you get into a niche and you enjoy it. You enjoy it as it's like a passion to you, and you're trying to put it out there, but people don't recognise you or they don't understand that you're maybe doing that sort of stuff. And that's what I wanted to try and get, as in an explanation of how you started Redbubble, why you started it, how you're finding it, how you like Redbubble, as in what, like when you're using it and stuff like that, so that they understood. Because I don't want them going to that link and going, well, what's this link for? I'd rather us explain it as in, and you actually be able to show it as in a screenshot it and say, look, this is a new design. I did it for Alec, blah blah, and I want to explain a Redbubble how it works and all that car on, so that they know, well, when I go to this, it's not a case of, oh well, I'm frightened to use it because I don't know if it's a genuine site or whatever. And I thought maybe it was worth you explaining it better than what I could.
Yeah, they're based in Melbourne and they have an office in San Francisco. They're a genuine company, and they sell T-shirts and mugs and stickers mainly. Like their main business is stickers, which is what you wanted, a sticker for your channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anyone can upload to Redbubble, and it's all commission based. You set your own commission. Like I get 20%, and that's standard. But there are other people rate it or lower it, but I find it's good because I can stop doing it, and it's passive income. Like every now and again, things just sell. Someone will buy a T-shirt or someone will buy a sticker, and it's passive income, money for nothing, you know.
What I was thinking, what I was thinking, when I bought these stickers, just day ones, just then, I only bought 4 of them because of obviously the shipping and all the rest and blah blah. But what I was thinking is, I tried to get that design that you just did, but I couldn't find it for them putting it on a T-shirt or whatever, because I was thinking, well, maybe it's worth buying 3 T-shirts. You have one, and you do a giveaway in your channel, and I have one for myself, and I'll also get one as a giveaway to do in my own channel as well. Because I'm overwhelmed that you doing that, because you and I had this disagreement about whatever it was, as in police or whatever, and you ended up, or whatever, one of us blocked each other so we couldn't talk to each other. But I never ever took badness of you. I didn't want us to fall out, sort of thing. So when we fell out, I thought, he's not talking to me. He'll never speak to me again. And then all of a sudden I noticed you in the auctions, and I thought, oh, there's Hi-Ho kicking about there. And I just thought, well, I'm one of these ones, I don't like a feud. I don't like it to go on too long. I hate that. Yeah. Like here, as if you could cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
And then when you sent me that, I was like, wow. I was like overwhelmed. I was like, you just sent me that. And I was like, well, obviously he must be talking to me if he sent me this.
Well, I've been doing it to a few people, and I just thought about, you know, your father and the Phoenix and the boat. So I thought I'd try that, and I really liked what came out, and I just thought, well, you'd like it, so I sent it to you.
I'm more than grateful for you sending it to me, because I was like, that's the one I was wanting. That's the one I wanted, because when you done it the last time. But what I was going to ask you is, can you do me a favour, a big favour? Do you remember when you done the file for the other one, the banner? I would like to change that banner and do that one. See that design that you sent me? I want that for the banner, but I don't know how to do that.
Oh, it's a lot of work for me, all that sort of stuff. I forget myself.
Just taking your own time, Hi-Ho, but I just want to, I want to let them see. Can you do a screenshot? Can you show a screenshot that you're on, because you're on panel? Can you show them the design that you've done.
I'm not near a computer. I'm on my phone. I can't even see chat. So,
Well, we've got Vanda, we've got Vanda, we've got David, and we've got Blistern. I don't know how we've only got 3. There's 3 in chat now.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, my computer's upstairs. I came downstairs to have a cup of coffee, and I knew you said it was 7 o'clock UK. You were coming on, so I was waiting for you to come on.
I was getting a bit later. I was getting ready and all that car on.
Yeah.
That's the new. I'm just letting them know. That's the new sticker. That's the new one that'll be coming out. But me and Hi Ho is actually managed to. I say to Hi Ho, I didn't want anybody else copying it. So what we've done is he's put my initials on my thing on it, but Hi Ho has got the rights to that actual design.
Oh, you can use it wherever you want. I don't care. Yeah.
No, Hi Ho, why should other people? Because what happens is this is what they do in YouTube. They see something and then they copy it and then they end up, it's mine's. It's, you sent it to me. So to me, that's your work. That is your creation. I can't turn around and take credit for that and say, oh, I did that. I didn't do it. That's why I said, send me the link. Send me a link, because I want them. If I don't give them a sticker, it means then they can go and buy that sticker. So then end up, you get a bit of money out of that, as in whether they pay the £1 odd or whatever it is.
Made $2 something out of the 4 stickers you bought. Yeah.
It's fine, Hi Ho. Every penny counts. This channel was never built. I never built this channel. When I was with Lemonhead, right? When I used to see you with Lemonhead, right? Now I liked you for the day one, as in when I first met you at Lemonheads, right? Now my whole idea was to buy to resell, as in with this channel, but my whole thing changed over the time that I was on here. And this channel's not about, as in, profiting from coins. It's helping everybody that's on YouTube, because we are a massive family in the USA family. And to be taken on by USA people and said, you're one of us or you're one of yours, that's a lot. That means a lot to me. And that was the whole idea behind this channel. It's not just about me earning a bit of money for it. It's about everybody getting a bit of bread and butter. Because my old man used to say, it's like swings and merry-go-rounds. It's like an ever-going circle. It's like you do a favour for somebody and then they do a favour for you. But also, it's all to do with contacts. And the amount of contacts you build up, you keep that network going. You don't start, as in, stabbing each other in the back and all the rest. It's not the way to work in business. You start doing that, as in cutting competition out and all the rest, end up nobody wins at the end of the day. It's a case of, as in, to click onto each other or whatever. And that's what the whole idea is about. It's about building a family from UK side to the USA side, and we all are happy with each other. And we all get what we want out of it at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with people making money, because even if you enjoy it, if you're repeatedly doing something and you're putting in hours and time and it becomes a chore, and you deserve some kind of recompense for that effort and that work. Yeah.
Exactly, Hi Ho. Exactly. That's the way I see it. As in, you build something for ground level. By the time you get to 4 or 5 years, you should be earning something off it or getting something back from it, reaping the rewards back from it. If you don't start reaping the rewards, there's something you're doing wrong, or there's something that you're not doing that you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
I just do it because I enjoy doing the videos. Somebody egged me on with the first video I ever done, egged me on. They kept saying, I don't know if they thought that I was kidding on or whether they actually took me serious. And they egged on about the leg. It was Baggett's Corner, Vincent, that egged it on. And that was the first video I ever done for YouTube. And I was like, well, do another one? And then eventually, when I got to the 400 hi-ho, I was like, well, maybe it's worth doing content, because I was like, I've got no content for the channel. I was like, well, if I want to take it further, what do I do now? And I was like, I want to do something different that nobody else is doing and do it. And it was George that helped me up the last part of the ladder, as in found it buried. He helped me up a bit, as in because I was like short for subscribers. And George is like, well, you only need another 20 and all that, Carol, and I'll give you a hand, and then go into the drone community and see if you can get a couple for the drone community. He's like that, and then get your up, because he goes, if you get that, then it means then you only have to do your hours, and it maybe by the time you get your hours, you might end up become monetized. But now, because I've been trying to get the monetization, I thought, well, what's the point of stressing about it? Because it was making me worse. It was making me ill. It was actually making me ill because he's stressing about it. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't be stressing about this. Maybe I should be just enjoying what I do on YouTube and doing the videos and no worry about this getting monetized by YouTube. Maybe it's not the be-all and end-all.
Nah, it's not. It's not. You just enjoy yourself. You enjoy yourself. I'm not too worried about the YouTube channel side of things now. Yeah, that design of yours is it's up on t-shirts and stuff. So
I couldn't find it because you get loads of stuff on there. I was like, I'm going to have to go through this list now.
Yeah. If you search the designs and you click on all products, you'll see you're on baby clothes. You know, like you're on t-shirts and baby clothes and cups, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good if you bought a couple of shirts. But that's for me. I don't do giveaways anymore.
I didn't. Ink. I've just found out about that. I seen it with Floyd. He says about Sir Rick. He's called Rick Palette. Something's happened to him in the family. I don't know if it's him that's passed away or whether it's a family member. Because Ink's saying about it, as in about Sir Gold.
Right.
Sometimes,
yeah, when I get off here, I'll send you the link for the t-shirt, for the classic t-shirt, to your email.
No, it was the one with the new design on it, because I want that one with the new design on it. I think that's a lot better looking. It's a lot better looking.
Yeah, I'll send you the link to the new design on a t-shirt.
Because I done it for the stickers, I was like, Because then I thought about, because that's the whole idea, hi-ho, with the wheel. It's not a case of, I don't charge them for going in spots or anything. It's just a bit of fun, as in coins that I've got doublers or whatever else that I don't want in my collection, because my mum is going absolutely daft now. I'm down between mobile phones and I'm down between the YouTube channel. As in, and I'm like, well, she's like that about space, because the amount of space that I'm taking up. And I was like, well, if I downsize the collection, or I only wanted so much of the collection so I could turn around and say, hi-ho. It's like you turn around and saying to somebody, I've had that coin. Now, it's up to them whether they believe you that you've actually had that coin or not. That's totally up to them. But if you can physically show them something that you have in your collection and say, I've got it, and they turn around and say, well, I like that coin. Can you get me one of them? Or do you know where to go and get one? That was the whole idea behind it, was to have something as physical collection. But then, because I bought so much stuff and no have as Melissa said, no have an inventory sheet that says, oh, I've got that one and I don't need that one. I've just went out and went, well, I don't think I have that one in my collection, but I like that one. And then went into Durbin's and bought more of them. And then realised, hold on, I've already got that in that collection. Well, why do I need 2 or 3 of them the same ones? And that's how I then started putting the game together. Because I was like, why don't we do a game in a weekend or something, as and so they just have a bit of fun and they come to the channel. And Peter was like, but that buggers up your analytics because you're getting stuff away for free. Well, it's up to them where they want to do the shipping pot fund, because I was like, well, I can't buy the coins and then send you the stuff as well. There's got to be a bit of give and take here. And that's when I come up with the shipping pot fund. But I don't say that to them, hi-ho, that it's compulsory. They have to put in money for the shipping pot fund, because I didn't want them feeling guilty or obliged, because that was the last thing in my mind.
Yeah, I understand. It's one thing. It's one thing to not make money, but it's something else when it's costing you money, isn't it?
Exactly, hi-ho.
Like, yeah.
But that's why I said, the reason why I said you come up in the panel, and that's why I invited you up in the panel, was to talk about Redbubble so that they could see the new design, plus they could also see what else you were doing, because it's nice to end up somebody give you a shout out or give you the time to come on their panel or whatever, invite you up, and then for you to talk about what you've been up to and what you're doing, as in if you're going to do that as a full-time occupation for that thing with Redbubble, because it's good that you've, because there's been a few times you've asked me, well, what do you think about this and what do you think about that? You're actually getting a perspective for another person and what their opinion of something is. You're not going in your gut instinct, because you're like, should I put it out there? Does it look right? You've got a lot of questions that you can't answer yourself, which I totally get. I totally get that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a part-time thing. Like, I don't know, a couple of hours a day, sometimes more, that I devote to it. I'm retired. I don't do anything. Like, I watch YouTube and talk to people on Facebook and Instagram, and watch Netflix movies. Lately, I've had medical issues like my nose.
Right.
Just starting to look a lot better. That was horrible, having that cut out of me, the cancer cut out of my nose.
Oh, Jesus, hi-ho. That's what I'm saying, because a lot of the older generation started passing away. Like, as Inks just said, he passed away this morning, as in, that's Rick now gone. Know what I mean? Then you get Uncle Al. Uncle Al, he passed away. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of them that were in the coin community that were with us at the start, and now some of them's gone. It's passed over. Do you know what I mean? So some of them's like, well, it's affected them in certain ways, and they're like, well, I'm not really interested in the coin community anymore. They're still in the coin community, but they just don't do as much as what they used to do, or the way it used to be.
Oh, nothing stays the same. Change is part of life.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we're all mortal. We all leave eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a sad part of life, isn't it?
Aye.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, because that's how I was like, well, that's why I emailed you when you emailed me, and then you sent that over. I was like, I wonder if Hi-Ho's up at this time, because I know that your time's different to your time. And I was like, I'll email him and see what he says. And then I thought, hold on a minute, in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm going to put this link in and add it as the link, and with Hi-Ho's creation of this sticker. But then I thought, hold on a minute, if I'm going to put this out, I was like, how am I going to put this out? This new design, am I going to just do a video and show it, or am I? And then I was like, hold on a minute. I was like, I wonder if Hi-Ho come up in panel or whatever, and invite him as a guest hoping that he maybe come on, because I was like, well, if he doesn't come on, he doesn't come on. I'm no one high ho. I didn't mind you turning and saying, no, I can't do it this week, but I can do it the following week. But then I thought, well, maybe you could explain it better to them, the audience, rather than me explain it, because when I go so fast with the talking, some people find it's hard to understand what I've just said and for to relate to all, or what I'm trying to make the point of, or when I do a video and they're like, I didn't follow that, didn't quite catch that. And I was like, that's how I was like, well, Hygo, maybe explain it better for this, what he's doing.
Well, it's digital art and it's on products for sale on Redbubble. That's the simple gist of it.
But some people have not heard of Redbubble. Some people have heard of the other ones that YouTube were, as in promoting or was affiliated with back then.
Oh yeah, yeah. Redbubble's a fairly big company. I know it's the one. It's the one I use. It's anyone can do it. Like anyone can join and upload designs and sell on there. So that's why I started with Redbubble, and I probably won't go anywhere else. I just use Redbubble.
Mm-hmm.
What I make, which isn't much, but it's passive income. Like I can stop trying. I can not work at it. But every now and again, someone's going to buy a sticker. Every now and again, someone's going to buy a T-shirt, and that's money that's going to go into my bank account. So
the thing is, you weren't doing it for just yourself, as in you were doing it for other YouTubers, or putting other YouTuber stuff on stickers at one time. At one time, you were doing it, weren't you? As in, like, using different channels, as in putting their sort of design on it, weren't you? At one time.
Yes, it started as channel merch for Hi Ho Silver, and then there's YouTube Friends, which you and a few other people, Sherry
Correct.
Ward,
Correct.
Corner Hobbyist, Joe there's a Joe Durbin design in there. It just evolved, and now it's just I don't even have a niche. It's just every time I put a design up, it's completely different to the last design I put up. It's just whatever takes me fancy, whatever I'm thinking about, and I just do it and put it up. And yeah, I've got like 480 something designs, and only a very small few of them sell. Vast majority of them have never sold anything. So it's a lot of work, but yeah.
I hope we don't always get it right. We don't. Even the YouTube creator, as in, could put out a video and it doesn't. It's not a case of it going viral. We put up a video because we've got something we've experienced, or some information about something or whatever, and we put it up, a video. But we're hoping that we get quite a few people viewing it, because we're like, well, if you only get one person viewing it, we're like, well, what's the point of putting it out in the first place?
Well, you've done it for the one person, I guess. That's it. I don't get many views. I don't get much traffic in the shop, so it's a very slow process. I'm starting to like the new designs I'm doing recently are pretty good. Pretty good looking, and I'm starting to get a lot of other Redbubble artists liking my designs and stuff, which is good because that helps with the algorithms.
Exactly.
More likes you get, the higher it'll rate in the algorithms when it comes time to show it. So yeah, it's starting to pick up a bit. But anyway, it's been good talking to you. I've got to go take medications and have me breakfast, and I've got to take me diabetic medication to balance my blood sugars out and stuff.
Well, it was nice to have you, Hi-Ho, up in the panel, and you're more than welcome to come up in the panel as and again at some point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be good. But yeah, with the design, yeah, it's on t-shirts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the shop, there's explore designs, and it's one of the newer designs, so it's there. You can explore all products, but it's in our YouTube collection, and it's in the YouTube Friends collection. You just click on it.
Maybe I was not looking in the right place. Maybe I was not looking in the right place, Hi-Ho, because I was looking for the new one, and because I was using the tablet, I was like, I couldn't take it for like the sticker design, and then like it go for sticker, like because it was showing it on a water bottle. I was like, but it wasn't coming under as in saying, oh well, you want the water bottle. It was saying, or about the sticker on the actual showing the water bottle and the sticker on it. So I was like, well, surely there should be another one that says products, and I only need to click it and it'll take me on to the next thing.
Like usually if you scroll down, it'll show you other products it's on, but there should be an option there where you can view all products.
That's what I was. That's what I was finding. I was like, because I didn't know how much a t-shirt was, and I'm like, I was like, how much is it? I'm like, I wonder how much a t-shirt is, and then I thought, never mind about how much it is. It's good to have this new design and let others see it and others actually have it, so that it ends up, it creates more stuff, as in more avenue for Hi-Ho, not for you, but it also pitches your channel out there further as well. Because I was thinking about it for two angles in my head at the time when I emailed you about it, or when I emailed back.
Right.
Because that was the whole idea behind it, Hi-Ho. Because I was like, oh, hold on a minute. Because I've always put you as, you are my sticker creator. You are my person that does my merchandise for me. Because you've done it as in for certain things. So I don't go past Redbubble. And that was why I got that as in stamper, for to put your bit on the other side. So when they seen that postcard or whatever, because I liked the idea of the postcard, it wasn't because the sticker is all right, but the postcard is a lot less expensive for the postcard. But it looks good on the postcard. And I thought, well, I will put your stamper on the back of it so they know, well, that's Hi-Ho's creation.
I remember that, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to think about it, for not just me. It's not a case of me all the time, because that, to me, that's selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're a good guy, Alex. Yeah, I have to go take me medications and.
If you've got to go.
Yeah. So I'll say bye. It's good chatting. I might come back and join the chat after I've had my medications and stuff.
You're more than welcome, Hi-Ho.
Okay, see ya. Bye to whoever's in the chat.
Guys. It's actually nice to have Hi-Ho up in the panel, because it's been a long time since I last saw him. There are three likes. That's good. No, I want to be able to invite other people as in as guest speakers or whatever, and for them to talk about their channel and how they're getting on, because it's nice to actually have a proper conversation with people, as in like the old way, the way we used to do it, the old way, because that's what George says. We've sort of lost our ways. Sometimes it's all about selling coins and as in making money off of coins and stuff like that. And I think, do I really want to do that? It's not my kind of cup of tea. That's why I don't do auctions. I buy from auctions and I show you the coins, because I want to show you the coins, as in because there's some stuff that won't go in the collection, and that was the whole idea behind getting other coins for like cheapskate and stuff like that, so that there was coins going into because this is some of the stuff that will be going into the minimum prizes, because that's what it's trying to build up. Right, so guys, if you go into the About page, in the link is the new design. So that's a new design that's been done by Hi-Ho. And if you would like a sticker, I'd need to buy more stickers to have them myself, or you can buy them straight direct from Redbubble, and Hi-Ho will get a little bit of a commission from you buying that sticker. But there's other stuff on there that you can, as in that Hi-Ho is created on there, on that Redbubble, because it's Hi-Ho's page that's on it. And 5 centavos. Good day, mate, Alexander Smith. Top of the day here, and only 118 degrees and sunny. Aye, I can read it freaking upside down. Because there's an Italy one. What date's that? 19 something. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Ah! Oh! Oh, Jesus. Must have a weak connection. Must have a weak connection. I can never get this right. That's there. 1994, guys. That one. That's there. 1994. I lost the plot then. And there's one. It's a 5 cents. That's good. It keeps dementia away. That text was flipped upside down. It's difficult. I'm one of these people I can turn upside down as in and see what it's wrote, but it depends if it's back to front or not, or as in unreadable. Because there's a liberty. Because we will be doing the game again, but just not this week. Because I need to get on with eBay stuff and shit like that. And I'll get stuff coming in. So I'll have, again, and the reason why I haven't sort of calmed down with the buying for the auction is because money is tight at the moment. And also space. Because the box came in and I get the head shaking and the way they look as if they say, what the hell's going on here? My mum and I were like, here we go, and trouble again. I'm gonna get it. I need to make room. I can't remember what that is. It says Democratic Republic of the Congo, it says on it. It says Senga. So it is. Because what he's done is cheapskates put them in a box, a world coin box or whatever. So they're actually in red boxes, but I've actually took them out of the red boxes and then made them up for, so we've got stuff for the minimums. But as I said, guys, I would run eventually shorty them for your minimums. It's gonna do it again. It's freezed. It froze there. I've obviously got a weak connection of the internet because I'm not even touching it. It's doing it itself. It keeps having unplugged or whatever. There's issues. It's having issues at the moment. It's having a funny 5 minutes to itself. So it is. Because that's why I bought the World Coins, was so he's got something. That was the whole idea. Because I don't know what you guys have got and what you haven't. So I'm just, but it's good to have it mixed up, and then you've got something, because it's up to you where you want to do a video or a thank you video. I got this stuff as in a hang me. I actually got it. I'm over the moon as in what I got. I appreciate it. But I'm not going to make somebody do something. I'm not going to force somebody's hand up their back, because I'm not that type of person. If I get a video plugged out there or somebody, no, I can't read that one. Freaking. It says upside down, something difficult. Arum. Little. I hate that. Nah, you got me there. Nah, you got me in that one. Because it's the way the words is turned round. As in, so I've got to work out as in which word that is when it's typed, as in where it's all the way wrong. It's like having a word and then turning it back to front, and then you end up jumble the words up. So you've got to work out what the word actually says or what the word actually is. That's hard. That's when it gets difficult. Because as I said, the whole idea, the whole thing was so that Hi-Ho could come up on the panel and talk about what he decided to do on his channel, or as in what he was up to, and you'd actually be able to see the new design that he'd actually produced. But I wanted for him to explain it in his own words. That was the whole idea behind it. So everybody then they realised, well, it's not just saying it, or he just didn't come up with as in it's all bullshit. That's how I invited Hi-Ho up. So you could hear it out of his mouth, no mine's. Because I was overwhelmed with him sending it in the first place, because I didn't expect it, just out of the blue. And this new design, and I was like, I sat there and I read what he'd put, and then when I saw it, I was like happy tears, and I was like, that is exactly the way that I wanted that design to come out. I was like, the Phoenix is spot bang on, the fishing vessel looks good, and it looks as if it's coming out. It just came out the water. Oh, it's flying up it's up in midair. I was like, that's the Phoenix. That's the way it came out the water, because it did. The phoenix rose for the ashes. It crashed and burned. That was the whole physical thing about it. It crashed and burned, so it died, or it burned to the ground and rose from the ashes, basically, this phoenix. And that was what the whole idea behind it, because my dad used to say about the phoenix rising for the ashes. So it's like a business that's basically fell on its knees and then basically comes up for the ground upwards. And I was like, that's a good explanation of a business that maybe failed, or some idea that failed. And I was like, that's a good way of explaining something. I was like, but that's why I incorporated it into it, because Dad had a thing about fishing vessels, but I never knew about. Because he used to walk along the river or walk along the beach, but I couldn't understand whether it was the beach itself or whether he just liked to feel free as a spirit, like freedom. Somebody that you tied, you either get somebody that's all right with getting tied down, so they settle, but then you've got ones that basically they can't settle. And I was like, I don't understand what he actually is, because I know he's a crab, as in Cancer sign. I know he's the crab, which is the water, which the crab goes into the water in the first place, as in because it's an animal of the sea. But what more do I want to know about him? That's why I spent time with Dad, to understand him as a person, because that's what I do with people. But sometimes I can read people as well by their way they're either as in coming over. But when I feel comfortable with somebody and I actually feel attached to them or close to them, I'll never betray that person. And if I can help them as much as I can, I will try. But then when it's money, I'm like, I can't really help you as in that way, because I don't have enough coming in myself to actually be able to give you it. And that's why I decided maybe there was a possibility of earning something from very little. But it's only earning a little bit. It's like what Hi-Ho was saying about what about his commission, that if it's only a case of when he sells, and it depends how many he sells, and he's only earning like 20% or whatever it is, which is only a very, very small commission. So he needs quite a lot of people buying from him to make anything to the end of the month, or further, because they pay him on a monthly thing or whatever from the actual site. But it's only when the people buy from the company, Redbubble. He just designs the actual design and then puts it onto their spreadsheet. And then what they do is they print it and they actually ship it. They actually ship it out. And they're quite good, actually. I've bought a few bits off them, as in things from Redbubble, and touch wood, it's always came. All it says is this is a little more difficult. This is upside down. Oil upside down. So who is the real oil upside down then? When you see something about upside down, I think about oil upside down, and I'm like, and some people have like more than one channel, so I don't know if that is the same person or where it's totally different person. And it was when you said upside down that it's like giving somebody, like, enticing them to say, well, I am who you think I am, but you have to guess who I am. As in, but I'm going to give you a little clue, as in a hint in what I'm saying to you. My dad was like that. He was like that. He would give you, like, it was like a riddle and you had to work it out. But it would take you a long time to work out with the riddle or what the advice he was giving you, because it was in a riddle. Or he was talking hypothetically. It took me a long time, because I used to think, is it when you're a younger generation, bollocks, the older generation talking bullshit, but then you realise later on in life that they weren't. There was a lot of wisdom and advice there for you. You just didn't realise it at the time. And I'm just putting these under to actually show you guys, that's all. Because they're quite nice coins. Nice condition as well. But this is not for my collection. This is for, as in minimum prize. That was the whole idea, was to get enough coins for minimum prize. So you've got something. Because it was like when somebody told me, like when Lincoln Central, and he was like, you can't bid in here. I was like, I was like upset. But then I knew it wasn't, he wasn't being nasty. He wasn't being nasty. So I was like, okay then, I can't play. And I was like, that's no fun then. So what's the point of watching that video, as in if I can't join? So I was like, well, what do I do this? How do I get into this sale? I would like to actually buy stuff from there, but I'm not allowed in, so I can't bid. So every time I bid, I would be timed out. And I was like, well, I don't want to upset people either and cause drama in there. So I was like, well, I'm better not being in there, but is there a way of getting in there without upsetting people? And eventually I did it. I succeeded because somebody else spoke for me. And then they changed their whole way of doing their auction, or the way the rules were. And that's good when somebody changes it, because it means then we all get a shot. Because that was the whole idea. But that's why I said about the bread and butter. It's like me buying something off a freaking. So I'm giving him bread and butter, but I don't take the bread and butter out his mouth. When I say bread and butter, it means to buy something off him and him earning something out of it. It might not be earning a lot out of it, but he's earning something out of it. You can't turn around and say to a man, can I get it for the price you paid for that? That's been disrespectful. To me, that's been disrespectful. I would turn around and say, well, what's the least you would accept for that? What's the least you would accept for that? But you find is fair. And me saying, well, nah, passing that, but I'm passing that one, but is there anything else you may have that maybe that I can buy off of you? Because I feel that's a wee bit too expensive, because I've got a budget of such and such. But if you talk to somebody and say, look, I've got a budget of such and such, can you accommodate me? You might get things, and you might get a good deal. And when you get a good deal, people go back to that good deal or back to that person, because that's your way of making them stay. As I do that with people, I sometimes put a wee bit extra in, as in every now and again, if I can do it, as long as it's not costing me a fortune. It starts costing me a fortune, I have to then rethink my whole plan, the whole game plan, as in what I'm doing. But this was all a case of enjoying it, have fun. This wasn't about profiting for coins or anything like that. Okay, at first of all, I was buying coins off of Lemonhead to resell them, and then as I progressed, as I got more of stuff, my whole philosophy changed as in what I was going to do and the way I was going to do things. The whole game plan changed, which that's sometimes what happens. Your whole game plan changes, or your whole way of thinking changes because you're overwhelmed by people coming to you and people liking what you're doing. So then you change the whole plan of the way it's going to be. But I always say to anybody, send me a comment or whatever, and if I'm doing something wrong, just let me know. Are you doing this wrong? As in, ding me. I don't mind having that bit of criticism, constructive criticism. You're not wrong, but you're not right either, Alec. But I'm going to point it out to you, and me to take that away, because I don't tend to, as in, get angry with people. I tend to think, oh, well, what they try to tell me? It's like George come to me and Messenger and saying blah 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 blah. It takes me time to digest that and what he said for me to understand it, the where he's coming from. And I like a lot of people on YouTube. I've got a lot of time for a lot of people. Time for freaking as well. I've got time for David as well. But sometimes I don't have all the time for to watch every video in somebody's channel. Sometimes I'll skip and jump things, and then I go into phases where I get fed up with watching the same shit, and I'll do something different for a bit. Because it's like me with that. The only reason I bought this, I'll show you guys. The only reason I bought this is because what had happened was I bought a few phones, and I started thinking about the housings, and they were really rough looking, and I thought, wonder if I can just spray them up and make them a wee bit better. But then what happened was I bought a can of spray paint. And the tin run half dry, or the actual the air pressure run dry in it. And I'm like, the air pressure run dry in it. So I bought one which was a cheap one like that. And what happened was when I bought the cheap one, I found out that it didn't have any nozzles. I'm like, it's not got any nozzles or any nozzles. As in, that's just a cordless one where you turn that on and it so it ends up without having to use an air compressor. I thought, well, that's not too bad. But then I found out, oh, what if I want to change the needles and blah, blah, blah on it? So I wanted to get the wee bits and pieces, but it was a cheap copy for China. And then I thought, hold on a minute, I wonder if they do a better brush or a better kit. So then I ended up bought that, which was like £19 or something like that. And then I noticed when it came in, I was like, that's a professional one. I thought, hold on here a minute, that's a better one than that one. And I thought, well, can I not adapt the cordless, the bottle tank on it, the tank? So I ended up buying that, but that is so like, this is a different idea for, this is nothing to do with the channel, this is for the phones, or to do phones, as in, but it's for to do the housings to make them look better. That was the whole idea behind it. I heard a ding, but I don't know what the ding was about. Somebody's dinging, so somebody's looking for somebody. But what they're looking for, don't know what they're looking for. I haven't clue. All I heard was ding. But nobody's watching anymore. Nobody's watching. I want to cry. Everybody's fed up with me. Nobody wants me anymore. I'm going to cry. Ian's putting too much olive oil. Aye. He's commented back. Right, guys, I'm going to go because there's nobody watching and that's Liz. Right, so I'll see you later. As in, that's the new. That'll be the new. So that's the. Hold on, I get it again. That one there is the new design. That's the newest one. And it's got AG. This one has got AG Smith on the bottom of it. This one is I took a photocopy of it so that, and that's the way I wanted. That's the way. That's what I said. That's the way I wanted it for the start. It's coming out. He's coming out of the water, so it's basically like the Phoenix is coming out of the vessel. So the vessel's underneath it. It's a fishing vessel, so it's just come out of the water, and then it's got all the sunset, and then it's got the so it's like the fire and the flames off it. So that's the new design, but I've got no stickers for that design yet. I only ordered four stickers for that design, so I might have to end up get stickers printed up. But it depends how much it's going to cost me for stickers for that one. But it's Hi-Ho created that one. But as I said, if you want to, as in because it's cheaper for you to buy it straight off a Redbubble as a sticker, as in for my channel. But the link is on my about section for to go straight to it. It's totally up to you. Because if you get a sticker from me, it'll be a case of you get a couple of coins, and it'll go as like a package. And then it's up to you where you want to do a video, as in to say thank you, or where you want to send the sticker on to somebody else, as in to give the sticker away. It's totally up to you. I don't take nothing to do with something to do. I don't get disheartened if somebody goes, by the way, I had to sell these coins that you gave to me. What you do with it, as in after I give you, it's totally up to you. I won't get upset or butthurt. When I get a package for somebody, I try and keep 2 coins, as in the sentimental pieces. And then I'm like, well, if I can finish my collection like George does, finish my collection. Thanks for that, Hi-Ho. I'll have a look at it later. I emailed the t-shirt. Nice one. And I sent it resized as a YouTube banner. Nice one, Hi-Ho. Thank you. That'll be getting changed. Didn't like the whole banner, but I like to change something. If I see somebody and their channel looks a lot better with something, I would rather go to somebody and say, by the way, can you do me this? I don't know how to do it. Can you do it for me? I don't mind paying somebody. If it's feasible or it's at a rate that I think that I can afford, I would happily go, there you go. There's something towards as in what you've done. You've spent an hour or you've spent a full day in that. I hate when somebody comes to you and it's like, and you think, why am I doing it? You want me to do it for you, so you want me to do it as in give you on a plate, on a platter, but you don't want to help me in anything. So I'm spending all that time for you, not getting on to do what I need to do, but you want it for nothing. I don't work like that. I don't mind as in being on one of the groups and somebody asking a question and you give them the answer to the question, but then when they start asking you to send the link, I need to do the work for you. That's not fair. But the difference is, I'm asking Hi-Ho for the link, and I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy it, as in buy it, so he gets something from it. But he's done it out of the goodness of his heart because he knew what my dad meant to me. And that's why he's part of the channel. Dad is part of the channel. He's not here, he passed over. But he's here for me, for my mental state, for making me want to go on further, for giving me the passion to keep going. That's why he's there for. Because the two of us was never know together. But it was when he become with the vascular dementia that he changed as a person. And I was like, how do I deal with this? Can I deal with him? Can I deal with this? And it was emotional for me because he changed from who I knew him from to having this illness that just happened overnight. And my mum became his full-time carer, but she did look after him right through. But Mum helped me, as in when my marriage broke down, there was 4 years. It was a case of, I don't need your money. I don't need anything from you. If I need something, I'll ask you, but never took a penny off me. So within that 4 years, I built up a pot of money and put it away. I was sensible with it this time. No, like last time when I was younger. Because I never thought about the future. I never ever gave it a minute's thought about the future. It's just money. I just was burning a hole in my pocket at one time. But now I invest it into things that I think it may be for my future or for my kids' future. But it's not just about me. As I said to Hi-Ho, it's no, I've not got this selfish part of me. I can't think about myself. There's people that's like, you need to think about yourself, as in like, I've been told in meetings and certain things that I've been involved in or something that's happened, and they talk, you need to think about yourself. I don't know how to do that because I've never done it in my life. I've always made somebody else feel happy. If I had more than something, I give it to somebody else. If they asked me, can I have that? And I wouldn't go and Indian give it or ask them for it back. I wouldn't have the heart to even ask for it back. I might actually sound, because I hated borrowing things. I hate borrowing things because I'm like, well, if I damage it, I've got to then replace that. And it might be a lot more expensive than what I can afford for borrowing it, and that's why I never borrow something. But if I borrow something, I make sure that I get back in good order and looked after it when I've used it. As I hate when somebody takes it back, but they don't tell you they broke it, and then you go to use it and it's broken, and you go, "Well, I didn't break it. I remember giving it and then giving it to somebody," but then you don't want to go and chin them after, because they've no, instead of saying, well, I broke it, what you got to do about it? Well, I've not got the money to fix it, but how much is it? Or even think about saying to you, as in something like that, and saying, I'm sorry I broke it in the first place. I hate when somebody does that. That really drives me nuts. That really drives me nuts. Because I don't ask for anything. And even if I'm one of these people, if you give me a load of coins, I would be like, why'd you give me them in the first place? And I'm like, well, if you gave me them because you feel pity on me, or if you just gave me them because you didn't need them, or was it a case that you sent them because you thought I could use them? And I'll be the first to turn around and say, by the way, such and such as and donated these, like what 710's done to me, because that helps me as well as help him. And this is what it is in the world. But it doesn't mean to say you have to donate everything to everybody else. It's only if you can afford to do it from time to time, or if you would like to do that and it pleases you, then it's fine. It's when it's people, like when the dating site, because I get a lot of people for the dating site, they come to me and then end up, they ghost me eventually. It's a case of, well, I want to speak to you now, I want to talk to you, I want to know you as a person, and then they fuck off, and I'm like, what have I done to deserve that? And then oh, can you help me? Do I look like an ATM machine? Do I look like a hole in the wall? As in for your benefit? And that drives me up the nuts as well. But I actually make a point of pulling that out. You're wanting me, you're wanting to give me the love and affection or the attention, and then you want me to pay for that? Hold on a minute. How does that work? So I need to pay for your time you're spending with me? I thought you liked me as a person. And that's what does man in as well about the dating sites or the dating app. I've had pictures sent to me where women are as in showing the cleavage and all the rest. And I've had videos sent to me where they're as in took their pants off and all that carry on. I'm like, why did you send me that? That's you flirting with me. But you're enticing me? But you enticing me because you want money off of me? Or is it a case of there's more of a physical attraction there? But if you're going to do that to me, don't just talk about it. I want actions. I want to be able to take you out, as in properly date you, like the old school way, where you went and met somebody and gave them my phone and says, by the way, I want to hang me. Do you fancy meeting up in town? Well, what time and where are we meeting? That carry on. They know that it's a new generation and they think dating you date online. Well, that becomes virtual reality. Virtual reality. I'm like, how does that work? Virtual reality. So you never actually meet the person, but you hand them over money. And I tell you, you're a person that can talk more about that. Hi ho. He's got a few stories to tell. But I won't get into that. That's his. They're his stories for him to tell you. No, not me. Not me. Because it has happened on YouTube as well, where people that they think they fancy you or whatever, and you're a single person, and they give you the flirting eyes and all the rest, and then you give them money thinking that there's more into it, and then end up they shaft you. I think you know what I'm talking about, Hi-Ho, but I'm not going to get into it. No, I don't mind telling stories because I've got a few of these stories as well, buddy. I've got a few of these stories and all, as in that have been experiences online. You're a single man. Now, what does a single man do when he's looking for a woman? Now, he's got it in his mind that he wants to date a woman, and he's going to do it. Whether you say no to him or no, but if you tell him no, he's going to back off. So if you tell him no and he realises that you're not interested in him, he'll go on to the next person to find what he's looking for. But sometimes it don't always work like that. Sometimes a woman has an objective or intentions that are not 100% or not correct in your own eyes. But in her eyes, it's fine. But hi-ho, there's stories for you to tell, as in you could come on panel and tell these stories if you want. It's up to you. I'm not going to get into the bits and the pieces. I'm not looking for a woman the thing for a relationship. I tell a woman now I'm done. I'm done. Sometimes I get like high ho. I think is it more? Would it be more better if I was single and just leave it like that, and maybe my time of dating and then the chasing is now up because I've got too old for it. As in, because you get to a stage where a man's like, I'm 40 odd years of age and I'm chasing things that will never happen. So, what's the point? What's the point? Some people like being single, some people don't. Some people enjoy other people's companies, or they feel it as if they're alone in the world, but they think they're not loved and not liked by people. But then they realise that's not true. They are loved and cared about, but everybody's got their own little world or their own little family that they've got involved in, and they just don't have a time for other things at the same time because they've got more stuff going on. And then you eventually think, well, your problems as in that are massive, and then you hear somebody else's problems or issues and you think, mine's just not as bad as what I thought it was in the first place. But in your head, in your mind, you've made a mountain out of a molehill. It's like a molehill's that small and a mountain's that big, but you've made it that big an issue. But it's not really that big an issue at all. But you don't feel like it's like that in your own mind. It's massive. I just like showing coins. I just like showing what I enjoy. Because I do enjoy it, but then I get fed up with doing the same thing over and over, repetitive. But then it's like George says, if you're consistent with it, hi Bon, if you're consistent with it, then people will enjoy it as well. Because that was the whole idea of the game, because that's what George says. Keep it the same day and the same time, and people will come. He says, the more you do it, the more people will come. And that's what I did. That's what I'm doing. But sometimes I don't have everything ready for that day. And then when Hi Ho came as and sent that email, I was like, I want to show that. But how do I explain it that I'm going to change the actual stickers themselves, because I have still got the two that Mac done, but I'm not going to go back to S Mac, and I've got nothing against Mac. It's just the time that it took to get the stickers took so long that it was unreal. So it's a case of either I go to somebody else to get the stickers done, or the whole game plan changes for a different design. And I think that Hi Ho's design, I've got nothing against Oz. I've got nothing against Oz. I've got nothing against Big Mac. I just feel that design is spot bang on the way that I've wanted it for a long time, that design. Because it was somebody that came to the channel and says, I think that if I was a new subscriber or a new person to your channel, I wouldn't come to your channel. And I says, well, what do you mean by that? And he says, I think that if your banner was more as in like drawing you in, I would then want to watch your videos and be a supporter of your channel. And I thought, well, if you can do it for me then, and I'll pay you for doing it. It was a young guy, young entrepreneur that came and he says, I'm a creator of designs and stuff like that. I says, well, on you go then. And he says, well, what do you think it's worth? I says, well, £40. I says, I'll give you the first 20 as a deposit, and I give you the other 20 as when you finish the design. But the thing was, when he sent the file, it was too large to make as a banner, as in for the channel. So then when Hi Ho was on about doing stickers and stuff like that, and I found out what he was doing, I says to him, Hi Ho, I says, you couldn't do me a favour. Could you have a look at this for me and see if you can figure it out and try and maybe help me in this one? And I was more than grateful to Hi Ho at the time. But then me and Hi Ho had a difference of opinion, and one is blocked each other, so we couldn't talk to each other on Messenger. And then eventually, because sometimes when you have a disagreement or a conflict of interests and they don't agree to what you agree to or whatever, or your views, and then end up, it's sort of like, it's not like a falling out, you just sort of take a back seat with each other, and eventually it comes right eventually. That's what happened. And then as Hi Ho says, he sent it over because he knew that I would like it, so he sent it over. And I was like, oh, you talking to me now? I knew that they fell out with me. It's just that I was having a bad time at the time, and I've had things with officials. I get on with them to a certain degree, but then I don't, because they have a high superior up in them, and they've got to go and tell them what's been said and all the rest. And then if it's something that they don't feel that's right, they then end up, it goes down to the hierarchy, as in the hierarchy at top to people underneath them, and end up, it makes you feel as if you're that small because you're getting a ticking off by them, and that's how it felt. But when I said what I said, Hi Ho didn't like what obviously he heard, and went, no, I don't want to go there, and shut us off. I'm not having a. I'm not. I don't want Hi Ho upset, or I'm feeling I'm having a go at him, because I'm not really. I'm not. Because Hi Ho's here and the thing, mate, and it's like, as in, it's been a long time since I last saw him. As in, and it's nice to catch up and to see Hi Ho doing well. Because I would like to see people doing well. I like people that are getting on with what they need to get on with, and they're doing as well with whatever they're doing, because it's like getting into any niche and you actually enjoying it, but then you try and make it more of a business out of it, and it just isn't going the way that you've got it planned in your own head. It's like mum saying, you're assuming, as in sometimes you assume and you could be wrong by assuming that in the first place. And so that's like as if you've got this idea in your head, but whether it works is two different things. It's how it's just me explaining things, as in I don't want to upset you, and I don't want us to fall out again, as in me, because it was a conversation between you and I, no as in everybody else, as in on YouTube. But I'm just explaining that when you shut somebody off or they block them, you can't talk to them because they blocked you. But where it's a case of where you email them, say, by the way, have I upset you? And I didn't want them to keep chasing people. I did with my own daughters. I don't like feeling them as if I'm pressurizing them, or I'm too much in their space. I tend to like to take a back seat, but sometimes I can be overdoing it and end up, some people feel pressurized by me being there. So that's why I'm like, well, maybe it's worth me not chasing them. maybe it's me worth taking a back seat and leaving it like that, and hopefully it'll come all right. William, your win for last week has been put into your other package so that it's all together. It's all organised. I've got it all organised, guys. It's all done. It's all done, honestly. It's all done. I've just, the little ones that people didn't win, as in like the 5 coins, I've started to put their names on to get it out of the book. I never bothered about that because I'm totally on phones and different things, and now it's unreal. As in, I've got stuff coming in, as in to get rid of the clutter, and as in maybe a phone that's no 100%, and put as in another one with that one, buying bits for different places. But 3 off a guy, which is 2 iPhone 6s and an iPhone 7. The iPhone 7 doesn't turn on. The 2 iPhone 6s, I don't know if one's a 6 and one's a 6S. It's damaged, but it turns on. So I'm like, right, that can go with Chinar's ones that I've got lying in a box. I went to show last week and it wasn't that great, but I did buy a. That's good, William. Nice one. Grandma Gold. Hopefully you didn't pay over the odds for it then. The Grandma Gold. I hope it was a good buy for you. It's nice to get a hangmate, and you feel it's a bargain. You go, oh, that's too good to hangmate. Too good not to get. You walk over and you know, how much is that? And then they give, oh well, I wanted that for it, but I'll give it for that. You're sitting there, is it I could buy that? And then you look, there's ones that it's too good to refuse. You're like, give me now. I'll have it. The money comes out the pocket. It's like that fast. I've seen the deals. Spot was around 75. I paid 95 because it was slabbed. That's alright, that's not bad. If the spot was around 70, well, you take care, Hi-Ho, and hopefully we'll see you again. I actually need to, if Hi-Ho's not got a spanner, I need to give him a spanner. I'll do that. I did that before next week. If you come back, Hi-Ho, you'll have a blue one rather than black. Because I can't remember, I took a load of spanners away because people when they comment the channel, there's no point in them being here. But there was ones that I left that have been like long-term people, long-term. Because when Hi-Ho sent me that link over, I was like, that's getting added. And it says Hi-Ho Creations on it. It does say at the end of it, by Hi-Ho Creations. So I don't get anything from it. I'm just helping Hi-Ho out. And Hi-Ho's done me a favour by doing me the new design sticker. And I like that design sticker. So it means if I don't give you a sticker, that new one, it means you can go over and buy it for Redbubble because it's actually cheaper for them to ship it. Because that's what Hi-Ho says. Well, why don't you cut the costs out? If you're sending stuff out, it's costing you a fortune. Why don't you just, as in do a link or whatever, and then let them ship it? It's a lot cheaper that way. It means they've got that part of it, and if they don't send it, then it's their problem at the end of the day. I do listen to people, what people tell me, but I'm like, is it really? It's not coming for the heart, as in me doing that, as in me actually. When I give you something, that's me giving it for the heart. You say, here, have this. What's funny is Spot for Silver had had that drop on Friday, and prices were still kind of hit. Oh, right. Didn't know that. I went and walked into Harvey Thompson's and they're like, we don't do much silver stuff. They gold out in the window because it's only a wee shop. There was a cab outside. But there was too much main stuff in that. But they were like 155 for a 24-inch silver one of them. Same as that, 155. And I kept, is it the thing, mate? Is it they're overcharging me for that, or is it not? I was, and then she was like, it was 51 grams or something like that. I'm like, is that? Because I'm like, I'm feel lost without my chain. Because the other chain I took off because I was like, that's tainted. I've been for my ex. Because I remember my daughter as in going into she was doing her nosy and she goes into the drawer. She takes it out and then when I tells her, she went, yuck, and she threw it back in the drawer again. I thought it was really funny with the face she pulled when she did it. William, I haven't sent anybody stuff out, so I haven't sent it out yet, but it's all your names on it. So anything that's got your names on it, you will eventually get it. It's just the timing and all the things, and then try to get everything as in. Because I'm one of these people that I do something and then that's first, this is second, and then I'm like, can I be bothered going out? And then I'm like, it's a long way up because you've got to go from the house right to the end of the street, and then up the thing we are all the way up the street, as in all the way up the hill, and then I'm like, by the time I got up to the shops, I'm fucked, I'm knackered, I'm done for the day. And then I'm one of these William, that I like to take 6 parcels or 3 parcels at a time, so I know, well, that's all done. There's 3 parcels, it's away. It's the same as I used to do with eBay. I'd rather have, instead of having to take 1 parcel at a time, I'd rather have 3 or 4 parcels at the same time. Means then I can take it. That's nears for a silver chain. It was silver chain. It was sterling. I think it was sterling. 975, 155 pound. And she said it was definitely, it was 51 grams it was in weight. That's what she said. It's nearly $3 a gram. That's not bad actually. If it's $3 a gram, that'd be a lot. If it's $3, if you're saying $3, that's what, £2 odd. It'll be £2.70 or something. £2.70. It's not bad. Just seemed a lot of money when she said £155. And I'm like, I'll leave it to next month. And then I said to her about a deposit, and she went, well, I can't take a deposit because you've got to do it online. No, because I got a full load. I took them at the World Coins. Because I like to show you guys. But I think I'm going to cut it early this week. Because I said I wanted Hi-Ho to come up and talk about, because I had you know how when you have a plan in your head, you've got a plan in your head and you go, right, I'm going to ask this question and I'm going to ask that question. But I didn't want to bombard Hi-Ho with millions of questions. I just wanted sort of why he started it, how he was getting on with it, how did he like Redbubble? Did he think that Redbubble were fine as in the way they were dealing with his account or whatever? Sort of their questions. You always ask the kind of questions as in the company, how do you feel about the company as in you're working with? As in, do you feel that it's that they're treating you properly? Stuff like that I wanted to ask. I see I see those 1 gram bars are 140 to to $2. I have no clue. Why. Because usually, William, they're bought in like a square about like Milky Bar or a dark dairy milk bar. They're about that, and there's about 100 of them. So they're like, I think they're like, say, 40 odd quid for the full sheet. There's 40 odd quid for the full sheet. So you break them up into little. But I never understood. Maybe it's like a sample, as in them little one, as you said, like them little one, because they're only they're tiny, as you said, they're only like tiny little things, as in the size of them when you actually break them off. Probably was samples. Maybe a test sample. Maybe that's probably what they're supposed to be for. Maybe they are. Maybe it's a test sample, as in a different designs on them. It's like the Westminster coming out with a new design, and they put a new design on it, but instead of them, as in, because they can't give them away because it costs them money to produce them, so they maybe do them for, like, as in for a special offer or whatever, and then they'll entice you by doing it. I've seen the Vilcabby Breckergrams. They definitely are way over spot. I always get told that a coin has a price on it, and then it's got a 10% premium. So there's 10% premium to put on top of it. Because when Lemonhead used to talk about it, I was like, how do you work that one out? The 10% premium on top of that? I was like, I don't get. I'm one of these people that if you give me a price, that's it. End of story. Don't give me a price and then turn and tell me, but you've got to put a 10% or it's another 3% on top. So I've got to add 3% on top of that. Give me just one price and that's it. End of story. The ones that have designs go too high. Depends what design it's on, and it depends if it's got copyright. It's like me putting Disney, but I've got to get permission to put their design on my item. It is. It's like me doing a T-shirt and me then, because I can get done for what the copyright law, as in me putting somebody else's design on that because it's trademarked. If it's trademarked, it tells you I can't use it. But if I go to them and say, can I have your permission to put it on? They'll say, well, we want a percentage of that, the royalties of that. Because it's like the same as when music comes out and it's not number one in the charts, and then somebody then takes the contract to that person. So they tell, we're going to give you a £50,000 record deal, but we want you to A plus B plus C. So they put clause in the contract. I got a 86 ESE today. I only need a 94. See, I love when somebody says that, William. They're like, I've got this one, but I need that one. And you're like, can I help them with that? And then you're like, that's give me an idea. But then you don't want to just give them it because you're like, well, how will they take it? If I just gave them that and it was 30 or 40 odd dollars, is he going to then turn and, hold on a minute, why did he give me this in the first place? And then it starts the all wheels turning in the back of the mind. What is he wanting? What's he after? Why has he did this? Is it just a thing that's getting done in the coin community, or is it trying to, because he wants a favour? But it's nice to help somebody finish their collection. It's like George getting something and he goes, I got that for such and such. But then you're like, well, he's not telling you the background. Did he pay for it? Or did he just get given it? You got to ask yourself that question. Some people put a video or a mail call, but they don't tell you, oh, I bought that. They tell you, oh, I got this today for such and such. Oh, thanks very much for giving me that or for sending me that. But they don't tell you they bought it, or they don't tell you how they acquired it. Well, I gave him such and such, and he gave me, he exchanged it for that, or traded it for that. But that's none of anybody's business. It's depending on the person, how they feel that they want to put that video out. Or they don't want to tell the full story. It's like two people arguing, right? But one's telling one story and one's telling another story. But you don't know which story to believe. I saw an OK roll for $80. It wasn't worth that price. It's up to you, William, at the end of the day, how you feel. As in, you feel something's suit your budget, or you feel it's priced not accordingly, you're quite right, and it's turn and pass on it. I'm not here to profit for coins. I was told by the bank that if I was sending UK coins, and I explained to them, I want UK coins out of here for to go and coin hunt, which I've saw on YouTube. And when I says to them about the coins, and they said, are you taking the coins to profit from them? And I said, well, what business is it of yours? And they said, if you're profiting from the coins, you need a business account. So it means then that if I'm profiting from UK coins, I would need a business account from that bank to be able to take the coins out. But if I have a personal account and it's only for personal use, I do not need a business account. So I thought, fuck it. If this is the way it's going to be, I'm not going to profit from the coins. So I decided that my coins are not to be resold on eBay. But my whole idea the other week was that if you got a coin and you had it in your collection and you got it for minimum price, you were entitled to either say keep for your own collection, or to donate it to somebody in the chat, or donate it back to the channel. But I also said about sale, which meant that I would put it on my eBay account, which meant that you didn't need to. That was the whole idea. No, I went into the bank because I didn't have the PIN number for the card, but I opened my fucking mouth, as in usual, what I usually do, and didn't realise what I was saying to get the information that I was looking for. And you're right, yes, banks are nosy, same as post office. No, post offices are the same. They ask you what's inside a package. What's inside that package? It's none of your fucking business what's inside that package. But how do they know how do they know it's not a bomb? It's in that package. Because they shouldn't know what's in a package. That's your business, not theirs. But because they barcode it now, or they scan it, they have to know what's in that package. The world's fucking gone mental. As they want to know this and want to know that, and then now the thing with the government's another one. And then they turn around and say, like Mum says, well, if you want to go abroad, you have to then report it to DWP to tell them you're going out of the country for 2 weeks. What fucking business is it theirs to claim your benefit? To claim your benefit, but you're entitled to it because you're not working, because you have to have something to live on. The government's not going to give you nothing at the end of the day, but They're questioning you as a person. How does that work? How does that work? That's like me turning around and saying to William, where are you taking that coin to? And me turning around and saying, no, I don't think you're to do that with that coin. That's me like giving William an ultimatum. There shouldn't be ultimatums and things or clauses. Every time, there's always a clause in some clause on a contract. A clause in a contract. Why does there need to be any clause at all on a contract? Or whatever you're getting? I don't get that. It's like when you go and say for instance there's a freebie run, right? And then you have the subject to terms and conditions. But that's them that's made the rules up. But I don't make rules. I ask you guys. I say to you, come up with this idea. What do you think about it? That's me asking for your input into it. The input in. Do you think this is right? It's like me watching a video and who was it? Watching a video. There's a certain channel. Oh, Car Pitch. It was Car Pitch. And he said about the customer just wanted their money, but he didn't give you the full money back, but they'd used the car for a week. And he says, do you think I'm a what was the word they used? Do you think I'm a bastard? There's something to that effect. And I thought, no, he's quite right, because they've used the car for a week, he took the car back off him, or they brought the car back in and says, we don't like this car. He says, well, I can't give you your full money back just because you don't like the car, because there's nothing wrong with the car. And the customer turned around and says, just give me £1,500 for the car. But he sold him another car, a trade-in that they brought in, and he gave him, I think, £700 or something like that was. But he was trying to ask the supporters for his channel, did they think it was right in what he did? But he was explaining exactly what happened and how it happened and what was said. That's why we don't want I don't know what that is, CBDC. They will monitor your spending and possibly lock you out. Didn't know that. That's what I like, because I don't watch the news, because I'm like, that's media, that's scaremongers. They're scaremongers. They make it sound worse than what it actually is. I'd rather somebody come to me and say, by the way, I watched this, Dalek, and then for them to explain it to me and saying, well, what do you feel on this? What is your feelings on this? And them saying, well, it's not me, I'm just telling you what I heard or what I saw. So don't have a go at me. Because this is what my videos are about. It's my experience about things in general, or life, or troubles that I've run into, or coins that I've got, or information that I've managed to acquire, as in it maybe I've overheard a conversation, but I don't cause drama. I'm not one for drama. When it's drama, I'd rather not listen to it at all. And I'm like, because it's made me feel upset, and then I tell it to somebody else because it's mulling in my mind what I've just heard. Because it's not about, this channel's not about drama. It wasn't created for drama. It was created for positivity and a bit of fun, so we all enjoyed that. It wasn't just about me, it's about you guys as well. It's like me doing the one about, it's like me doing the video about William, but then William's like, why did you pick on me? Why did you pick me? Or why did you pick on me for? But then me try to explain it because William's like, I'm a newbie. And he was quite right. I'm a newbie. How long have I known you for now? I don't know. I haven't a clue. I don't know where, how long, because I can't look back and say, well, you came in then, and I met you through such and such, unless I remember it, because sometimes I'll remember it. Hold on a minute, I met such and such, because it's like hi ho. I remember meeting them on panel. I seen them on panel in Lemonheads, so that sticks in my mind. That's time sticks in my mind. But Williams one, I can't remember. I can't honestly remember. I can't remember if I met him in Conan's, where I met him in Melissa's, where I met him at Craig Durbin's, as in Small Engine Nation, because I've been in quite a few communities, but it's never been my fault. It's always been that something's happened in that community and made me feel uncomfortable or uneasy about that community. So I've walked out it because I don't want to be involved in it, because it means that it's going to drag me down and it's going to drag me into it. And I don't want to be there. Unless it's positive and it's healthy for me, then it's fine. Now, there's a question. Yes, because I don't remember when Frostbite first started, William, but I might have known him through somebody else, or somebody had invited him. Probably George's, as in Found It Buried, because I got on well with George. I like George. I've always liked George. But George has got a thing about the way the community's got to. George is like that, and I understand exactly where George is coming from. He's like, it's not what it used to be like at the community. It's all about auctions and selling coins and profiting for the coins. He went, it never used to be like that. It used to be that you would trade coins, and as in maybe certain people would send you coins as in to help you finish your collection. I went, George, I totally get what you're saying, but how do we change that? If it has become that way, how do we change it? And sometimes that's what you're trying to find out. How can I change this to make it better or feel better for everybody else? I used to like being going on to panels, because when I first found out about how to go on, I can jump onto, if somebody leaves a link in the chat, I know how to jump onto a panel, but it's whether they like me being on that panel or no. I'd rather somebody turn around and say, by the way, don't want you being here, or I don't feel comfortable with you being here. It's hurtful at the time when somebody says that to you, but you have to then accept it, that maybe your face doesn't fit there. Maybe you're not their cup of tea. So you've got to give them that allowance and say, okay, fine, that's fine. I still like you as a person, but that's as far as it goes. Do you know what I mean? And everybody's quite entitled to that opinion. It was when you said about George or whatever, it's like sometimes I try and take the positive about a person. I never take the negative, but I'm trying to explain it in my own words. Try to explain something. But I'll say what I feel. I won't. I can go to somebody. I won't go to somebody else and start stabbing that person in the back. Like somebody that'll tell you straight to your face, because the ones that'll stab you in the back will always do that. And you always get that knife in your back when your back's turned, because they can't say it straight to your face and tell you how they think about whatever you've said, or as in you as a person in front of them. Fucking like a big coward, like a Jesse's blouse, like a woman. I don't like him. And somebody goes, but why do you not like him? I just don't like him. No, there must be a reason why you don't like that person, but you can't put your finger on it. Nah, I can't put my finger on it. Just don't like him. Sometimes I like a person's voice, or I'll listen to that person, or I'll follow that person for quite some time to think, well, do I like that person? Do I not like them person? Is there something about them I don't like? Or is it the way they're acting that I don't like? I ask myself these fucking daft questions at times. It's like as if in my head all these daft questions will start appearing, and I'm like, and then I'm thinking, am I over analysing it? Am I over analysing something? Because see, when you over analyse it, you can make it a big, massive problem in your own head and in your own mind, and then you're like, that's when you get confused, and you're like, and it's like that, as in, because in your mind you're confused, because you've made out, well, there's positives and there's negatives, but the negatives are more than the positives. But I didn't get upset about you asking the question. I just tried to answer the question, and I was trying to answer the question honestly and openly to you. But I couldn't give you that straight answer, and it was like as if, as Melissa says, it's like a long term. It's like long term trying to get it at me. As in, you're asking me a question, you want a straight answer, but I've not gave you the straight answer straight away. It's like as if it's long and winded. And that's what Melissa says. Then she'll be like clapping when I get to it, what she was wanting me to answer it. And I'd be like, well, why are you clapping for? Now she's telling me that she's got it, or she's that. So I'm trying to get. It's like somebody put me in the spot, and they ask me a question, and I've got to answer it, and I'm like, how am I supposed to answer that? Why do they want me to answer it? But I don't want to just do it for the sake of doing it. As in, like, you know how when somebody tries to pacify you, they're trying to pacify you, so they want to tell you the way you want to hear it instead of in their own words. And it's like as if she's just to make you happy, but they're not happy with the way they've come out with it. Instead of just comes out with it the way that they would explain it. I don't like drama, but a lot of channels have the exactly the little cliques. No, but I was like, because I didn't want to put your name out there, William. I was like, I wanted to use like as if guy A and guy B, but then as I'm doing the video, I don't know what came over me, and I'm like, I don't want to make William feel as if he's the bad guy in this, and I'm like, but I don't know how he'll take it, because I knew there was going to be. It's like you doing something, and you know there's going to be repercussions there, so you'll deal with it before the repercussions start. But I knew that it would maybe backfire on me. So I was like, well, I'm not really want to upset him, but I want to try and explain to him in my own words an explanation. He's asked me a question, now he wants an answer for it, or an answer to it. Now I wanted to give that answer honestly, but I didn't know how to answer it. And I'm like, well, how do I find the answer to that question? And there's no way possible to tell you when a supporter became a supporter on your channel. So I didn't know how long you'd been as a supporter of the channel. Couldn't tell that. So that's how I was, because it never something stuck in my mind and says, oh, I met William at such and such a place and saw him at that place. But it's like you saying, maybe I met you at George's. If you were in George's quite a lot of times, you probably have came into the chat because I went for. I don't stay with one person because I'm like, it's like, oh, so you buy for me and you'll only buy here. No, you won't tell me what I'm going to do. You don't have that stipulation to tell me who I can see, who I can't see, who I can't talk to, and who I can talk to. No, William, it's totally fine. Totally fine. Don't try and explain yourself. I'm just explaining it to you or why I did it. And I understand the curiosity. I'm the same. If I've got an item and I'm like, and it's like as if it's bothering me, or say for instance that coin, right? And I'm giving it. I start asking myself about that coin itself and the history and whose hands it's been in and where it's been and why it's got that design and all the rest on it. So that's, as you said, the curiosity. But if somebody's giving me something, I'm like, why are you giving me that for? Do you just give me it for the sake of it, giving me it? Or is there a reason why you're giving me it in the first place? No, I'm not getting it, you will. It's just when you ring me, I'm just talking in random, general conversation. A general conversation because sometimes I can't bottle things up anymore because if I bottle things up, end up I take it in the wrong person. The wrong person can get it in the neck. As in but if I air it releases the pressure off of me. It releases that pressure in my own mind. As in it's like as if frustration, and it's like as if me I had it for so long, as in that I've been thinking about it, and then it becomes like overwhelming to me, and I need to take that burden, that pressure off my shoulders. And that's the only way I do it, is to air it. Is to air it on the channel. It's not about people in general or a certain person. It's just general stuff. Because I've got time for everybody. I'm one of these people I'll talk to anybody. I'll walk down the street and if somebody said hello to me, I'll start a conversation. Or if they ask me something, I'll try and give them the answer, what they're looking for. But then if I don't know the answer, I'll say to you, not sure about that. And I'll go away and think about it, or I'll go and research it. And then I'll come back to the person a week later and say, by the way, remember what you were talking about, lad? But I can't remember. I don't go. Mum says that sometimes when I go into a conversation, I start in the middle of a conversation. So she's like, who are you talking about? And then she started asking me all these fucking damn questions. I don't know, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this conversation? You started something and I butted into the conversation that you're on about. But then the conversation totally changes. And I totally get Mum where she comes with it, but where she's like, because I don't know where you're going with it, as in who it's about or who it's concerning. Because it's like on Wednesday there, right? We're at the club, goes out to a trip, and they're all looking for this person. And he says, where's Rosalie? So I've walked into the shop, and Rosalie's wanting a bottle of alcohol. And the guy's turned around and says, I don't have a license. Or she goes, he's got alcohol, and it says alcohol on the thing on the front of the banner, right, on the shop sign. Grocer's off license. But when she walks in, there's no booze. She's no booze. There's no booze. Just soft drinks, whatever, blah, 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 right? And she's looking for a bottle of wine or whatever it was. And she asks the guy, do you sell alcohol? And the guy turns around and says, no, I don't have a license, but I'm waiting on the license for to sell alcohol. But she disappears for the group, and the group asks the question, where's Rosalie? Now I've overheard the conversation because went in behind her into the same shop. Oh, Rosalie's away for a bottle of alcohol. As I gets on the bus to get taken home, she sat with a person that's in the group. And I'm watching sometimes it depends how I feel. I've got to be in the right mood, William, but sometimes this is where I clash with people because I can't keep my mouth shut. And if I hear over here, because mum says I've got the eyes of a hawk, right? And my eyes is all over the place, right? And maybe I shouldn't have said what I said, as I said that she's away for a bottle of alcohol, because it was none of my fucking business. But the fact is she's with the group, there's health and safety. Now, I don't know if she's an alcoholic, right, or a secretive drinker, right? I don't know if she's going to drink it on the bus as in going home, right? And the head of the club or whatever would get fucking in trouble for that, right? It wouldn't be her that would get into trouble for it, right? But as the two of them are talking, they're looking in my direction and said, Walls have ears. So I knew they were fucking talking about me. And it was a case of, and it's what William said about the cliques. This is what you get with the cliques. It's like, do you fit in this little clique? And they're all talking about certain people or whatever in different other groups. And whether we clique or the cliche, as William was talking about or saying about in the chat. This is what I do. I'm listening to what yours or what yous are typing or whatever the conversation is in the chat, and I'm trying to, as in sometimes explain it or how I feel about it for yous to understand, because there's certain people that go and they go, well, I'm trying to fit there, but I don't fit, and then they wonder why they don't fit or they don't feel comfortable with that group. But then they don't realise that they're being talked about behind closed doors or by other people that's outside of that wee clique or the cliche, as William was talking about. There's no need for that. There's no need for backstabbing. There's no need for these little wee cliques. If you don't fit in their little clique, why don't you just say, look, I don't think this is for you? And that's fine. That's fine. But don't feel like as uncomfortable or uneasy about it, because at least they've told you how they feel. It's just you don't fit there because your face doesn't fit with them, because you're not their cup of tea or not their kind of person. Because there's all different types of people, as in be different behaviour or different behavioural patterns. There's some people that could go on with anybody. There's like a people's person. They're the most bubbliest person you could ever meet, and their sense of humour is like not sarcastic. It's like you'll laugh with them, not laugh at them. But there's certain people it's like snigger and they're laughing because they think you're funny. But instead of making out, as in you're the class comedian, because that's what I used to do at school when I didn't fit in. When I was at high school, I was the class clown. You told me to do something, I would do it, and then I would get into trouble for it. And they'd be like, I didn't tell him to do that at all. And then I would get it as in, you fucking told them, I'm not talking to you, you're a grass, you're a snitch, and all that carry on. And then there's times where I'm like, am I supposed to repeat this conversation? And then if somebody tells me it's in strictest confidence, I'll turn around and say, well, I was talking to such and such, but I won't tell the full conversation Because I'll leave bits out it. I'll leave blank spaces out it. Because I was told in strictest confidence not to say nothing. And if somebody tells me not to say something, I won't say it. I turn around and say, I was talking to such and such, but we were speaking about that, or we were speaking about this, and it was something to do with coins or whatever on the hobby, because I want to relate it to somebody else, because I want to understand where that person's coming from, because I never just caught on to or just understood what he meant by it, or what was said for me to understand it. Because there's times where I've taken time out and then I start thinking about, it's hard to convey yourself in a chat and thing with some people don't get. It's like, some people take offence to it, William, as in the sarcasm. I sometimes will, like, somebody will tell a joke and I won't get it straight away. It'll take me a couple of minutes or a bit to get it. And everybody's like, they're laughing at it, and I'm like, what the hell are they laughing at? But there's other times where I taking the time and I'm like, that's funny. It was like, being at Robert Lawson's on Friday there, or Friday, just there, and I said something about when I did that, and he said something about it, and it wasn't he was taking offence. He was like, somebody else has been saying that or whatever, and the way it was coming out, and I thought, why would you take literally an objective reaction to me saying that? Because that term, the oot, came from our Bruns, which was Scottish. It's, I don't know if it's Scottish slang or whether it's English terminology slang for way back. Because they were sort of, as you've seen the characters in our Bruns, they were sort of Scottish but Gaelic. So when you go back, Gaelic folkism or whatever it's called, when you go back that term, a lot of the stuff wasn't slang, was slang words. And I wasn't meaning offence by it when I did it. I started it off at Durbin's because instead of me going out, I went oot, and then I would go oot scoot, and everybody then copied me doing that from time to time. Because I get fed up with watching the same thing and I get bored. When I was at high school, they said I was attention seeking. That's fine, William. I'm going to watch a nickel hunt. Martin's actually cool. There's another guy that's is Canadian and he's on Facebook. But I recognise the voice and I'm like, I recognise that voice from somewhere, but where do I recognise the voice from? It's like you just see the guy's hands and all the rest and he's talking about Canadian coins or whatever. Maybe it is Martin, but on Facebook. Because I see a lot of stuff that as in a video or a brief short reel, and I sat there and watch it, what's going on, and I'm like, I know that person, but where do I know them from? Or where do I know that voice from? Because somebody that starts for YouTube and then it moves over to Facebook, or they've stolen it, the traffic from YouTube to Facebook, but they put it on Facebook videos or reels. So you're watching it on their Facebook platform. And then you're thinking, I know that voice. There's something about that person that I like. But you can't put your finger on it straight away. I take a bit of skin or something and it went hard and it was bothering me. I don't stop anybody from going for this chat to somebody else's stream. I don't say you got to stay here. It's totally up to you where you stay here or not listen to me ranting on. But I was going to finish up anyway, early. I was trying to watch the times as and put this on because sometimes I see me 4 hours and then I've only got like seaweed. Seaweed coins. Is that supposed to be a joke, William? Seaweed. I done that the other day, and Pam laughed at it. I says the seaweed, it peed. Seaweed coins also knows his shit. I pretty much try and pick up knowledge from him. Starts in 30 minutes. No, I didn't say you had to stay here. The thing, if you need to go, William. Go and do your thing. Because a lot of us do that. We support all these different channels. It's like Bill 457. Bill ends up on his own, and he'll be putting coins and pennies underneath the microscope, and it's as if Bill's talking to himself. Bill 457. And he used to do it on a Saturday as well. Same. Run about this. I don't know if it's running about this time or earlier than me. And poor Bill's sitting there like that, and you're thinking, why the fuck has he not got people in here? As in, there's only two in the chat. And then there's people getting in and out his stream. And then he's saying me, you ask him, well, how come you've not got an open panel? He's sitting there himself. It's as if it would be too much for Bill. As in for having another person there while he's doing coins, because his concentration wouldn't be on the coins, as in as he's putting them under a microscope. But it's good to have a change of scenery sometimes, as in have like maybe say coins, then do something else or notes or whatever, and then maybe do something else and then have a chat, as in the general chit chat. And then you might do a game of some sort so that nobody ends up bored. So it becomes like interesting. It keeps the channel interesting. That's the channel name. He's on the stream with BH and Martin. Aye. It's everybody's different, William. Some people know Canadian, some people know USA, some people know as in maybe say Austrian Stacker. Just for instance, an example, Austrian Stacker, right? An Austrian Stacker will know about Austrian coins or his sort of genre of coins or foreign ones. So everybody's got their own little niche market that they know about. It's like me, I know more about phones. I can go on about phones as in you ask me about a question about Motorola and then you maybe go on to Nokia. But I heard through the grapevine that HMD have got the contract to the end of the year or something. And according to them, that they're only putting out the last of the range of the Nokia stuff, the last of the range. So I don't know if Nokia is going to cease trading or whether Nokia's going back on their own and HMD's pulling out, as in because it's the end of their contract lease with them. We've been with them, as in with Nokia, because Nokia was made in either Finland or Germany. That's where it first started, and they were doing all that. Of course, I like the Perthman, William. But the thing is, when I went to try and get stuff for Canadian, I went to try and order it, and when I went to put the order in, it said, we do not ship to your country. You need to go to a local coin dealer. I thought, fucking shite. So they won't sell me it, as in straight for Perth Mint's website. Even though they're partnered with Westminster Collection or Change Checker, which is still the same company, or 288 Group, because they split the divisions up because the company become too large. So they decided to split the company up into different divisions. Because they'll talk to each other all the time, as and one does the same thing as the other one, and then end up the time we take stuff from one for another, as and resell it. Because they started doing fucking, when I noticed on Facebook they were doing USA coins, and I showed Lewis the big, when they're doing the presentation of these coins and blah blah blah, and even Lewis says, you haven't a fucking clue what they're talking about. He says, and it's overpriced as well. They've overpriced that as well. And then I says to Lewis, I says, well, why don't we make a book of your own? If you can get it at cost price or just over cost price, why don't we make a book of your own up and then do a presentation on it? Exactly the same as what she was doing or whatever. Because these big companies think they've got the rights to all this product. They do all this product or whatever. No, I haven't done it yet, William, but I will probably either pick it up or I'll look to see what price that they've got it at. Because sometimes I've noticed that certain ones, because 288 is, or Westminster Collection, are basically the Royal Mint. That's who they are, is the Royal Mint. But there are certain divisions, and then end up, what they'll do is, one will put it up at one price, then another one will say, we're doing a special offer, and then there'll be another one, and they all fight amongst themselves, although they're the same company. They're the same company, but subdivisions are the same company, and they're all fighting for the business. So they do an advert as, and you can get this at this price, or you can get this, and we're going to. This is what you need to have. So you look at it and go, right, I need to have that. Why? Why do I need to have it for? Is it something that's going to, as in, go up in value? As in, it's going to be 3 times its value when it's finished? Because I need to buy it right now and it's at this price, this special introduction. It's like when you go into these, what do you call it? The channels where they sell stuff, products, and it's like, this is an introductory price at such and such, and the guy's getting it, it's 22 inches long, this chain, and the colour of the stone or this car on. Nah, I think you're right, William. I don't think he'd be on them. I don't know. I don't see him being on it long. I don't think he's got long to live. I usually go for the introductory. Not the introductory. Usually when it's a special offer, because sometimes I'll go to that coin collect. What's it called? The Coin Club. It's called the Coin Club. They're actually no bad in the prices. The Coin Club. But they do special offers, and it's one of the ones that you can buy it as, and you don't have to have like what do you call it? It's like a subscription, but it's no got a subscription thing. I'm like, well, I don't need to buy, so it means then that I don't get involved in this when you do this subscription and you go, oh well, we're going to send you this coin, but then they don't tell you, oh well, you to buy that coin. We're only getting you to have a look at the coin. We're getting you on sale or return. So it's a case of, well, we've got you into this clause where you're into this subscription and you've bought the first coin off us, or you've took the introductory offer, but because we gave you the introductory offer, you need to have these coins. So every month you're getting sent a coin, but you don't really want the coin. You go, I'll keep it because you've gave me it, you've sent me the coin out, but then they turn around and say, you owes money, and then they send you an invoice saying, oh, well, it's £40 for this coin. So I'll get this bill, but you gave me this coin already. You gave me the coin, but you've not asked for the money as in before. Before you've sent me the coin. They were good at that one. Royal Mint were good at that one. Because I remember, I'm talking about years ago, even before I started all this, because we used to get them through the door as in like, it was one per customer or one per resident. They would send you a thing through. We used to tell us it was junk mail. Fucking bin that. Don't even want it. But see if you got a free offer or a free something through the door, through the post, and it was a case of it was free and you were allowed to keep it, as in it was a case of they weren't going to bill you for it. Fucking keep it. Oh, I shouldn't do that. I don't like subscription. That's why I don't do subscriptions. Don't do subscriptions, and that's why I got onto this when people started mentioning about members only or whatever, as in your channel or memberships. I was like, nah, into that. No way, Jose. Because it put me in mind. It put me in mind of what you just said, William. It put me in mind of subscriptions. My thing on my link, or when you go into my about page, it'll say a monthly subscription, but I told people don't take no notice of it. It was accidental that was done because I end up coming for a business because I was putting the PayPal on early because everybody's like, you need to put your PayPal on there and put your PayPal AME on your about section. Well, how'd you do it? But I'm not fully monetized yet. But can I only not do it until I become fully monetized? But I want it before I become fully monetized. So I get, as that's how I talk about Phil McCracken. That's how I talk about that. Me no realising that was a joke, that part. But I went to the guy and turned around and says, can you do me a favour? You show me how to do this, or can you help me do this? Set it up. That's exactly what happened. And then I hang me Hellkit and says to me, you've got URLs out. I was like, but I don't know what they are. Can you send me how to do them, or can you write it in whatever and me just so I can copy it? I've had people that have been good helps as on here, as on YouTube, as I've been doing it, as in being a YouTuber. And I've been grateful for the help that people's gave me. Because sometimes I don't know everything. And I'm a bit stuck at something and I'm like, how did I do that? And then somebody will say to me and I'll be like, well, can you show me? Can you show me? I don't understand. You're trying to tell me in words. I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. But can you show me it? Can you show me? Or can you do a video that you can put it into it so I can see it, so I can watch the video, so I can follow it? Because I do that sometimes on a phone. I might have a phone that'll come in. I bought it off of eBay. And I know it's got a fault or something or an issue. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know how to do that. And then I'll go on Google and I'll put in how to add whatever. Like Katie come to me and tell me saying, Dad, I've got all these people come to me, but I don't know how to unsubscribe them or how to not to remove them. So she's asking Gran, and Gran's, I've been talking to Gran, which was my mum, and she said, by the way, your daughter said such and such. Well, I went away and Googled it because I was like, I don't know about Snapchat. I know nothing about Snapchat. I don't even know how Snapchat works. So I went away and Googled it. And then she says to Mum, there it's there, onwards or whatever. I said, but if you put it into her vocabulary, she'll understand it then. As in whatever she's got to do. I know I don't want the hassles YouTubers go through. When you become a YouTuber or you start doing videos or content, right? Everybody makes it it's easy. Until you actually start doing it, then you realise how hard that is. It's not as easy as it looks. They make it out that it's easy. Everything's easy. There's nothing that is difficult. There's nothing that's impossible that you can't do, right? And then you start doing it and you think, this is not as easy as it looks, or not as easy as everybody makes it out to be. Oh. I just like making the content. If somebody puts a comment to me or whatever, I see that comment, I like that, getting the comments back. Somebody's watched the video. But I hate that when somebody just puts a like to it, and you see the like and you think, I wish there's somebody to put a comment what they liked about that video, because you're always wondering yourself, what did somebody like in that video? The first videos are the ones that have got mistakes and bits and pieces and things that you've missed doing, and as in you should have done this, and that, as in you fucked it up there. But I don't cut off Williams. Some people actually sit and actually edit their videos, and they're like, and then they go back to the older videos and then they re-edit it. Because they go, oh, I noticed that mistake was in it, I noticed this bit, and they start chopping bits out it. And you're like, well, that's not fun, it's not real. It doesn't feel as if it's real. It's like watching Coronation Street, and they've done about 30 takes for two frames of the actual show itself. Just leave the mistakes in it, the bits and pieces in it, and the fuck ups in it. Because you're sitting there and rather enjoy that. Because it's funny. It is funny. All the thing, the star is just, it's like a star on a show or on the stage. And you see him running across the stage, and then you see him nearly trip and fall. That's funny. You start snigger laughing at it because you're like, did he mean to do that? Did he mean to do that? Or did he just, it was unintentional? That was accidental, that he was going to trip and nearly fall in a cunt. Because that's what I said about one of the ones that I did. Because I tried to move from this bit here to over there or somewhere, and I was doing something over there, and I nearly fell on my fucking arse, and I nearly fell on top of boxes. And I done that one where you did with the backhands like that, and I knew I was going to go with the backhands, as if you're doing a backstroke but backwards. But it's as if you're trying to get your balance, but you're not going to stop. Your hands is not going to stop you, because you basically just a bit slipped. And I thought, I should have videoed that. I should have videoed that. I should have finally set a camera up and videoed that. Because it's always when you don't expect it. It's like Ian, and there was one, I was watching the video that there was a short reel, Ian Matthews, and he's got a big cut in his head, right? And he looks as if he's had a cut of sherbets, right? And he goes, don't ask. And I sat and watched the video, right? No problem, William. But that's what I'm saying, yours is bagged up, the one that you won last week. The one that you won, the thing with the big prize, as in it's in your bag. Because I put it all together the day. I done it earlier on, before I come live. And then I noticed the time, I was like, it's fucking 7:30. I was like, I was going to start at 7. Because I looked at the time, I went, it's only 20 past 6. I had a half an hour, and I'll start getting ready. I'll start getting ready for the show. And it'll be half past 7. Fucking hell, I need to fucking start. I need to get going. I need to get it started. I'll see you later anyway. Bye. There's only 2 people watching anyway, so see you later. Bye. Thanks for listening in the stream.